Hello, the game has started. It's my opponent to go first. I have a dreadful rack, and I was hoping my opponent would play a vowel. He hasn't, he's changed, so I'm changing too. So, jettison the G and the W, and the L and the P. And I think it's a choice between keeping CRS or just RS. Since I haven't got any vowels, I'm going to get rid of the C as well. Great, that looks slightly more balanced. I don't think Fudges is good. I'm not going to play it. It could be good, but I don't feel sufficiently confident of it. And there may not be an 8. But a play of Fudge or Fug would leave a decent rack leave. Okay, so Fudges would play in row K, making derves. But do I have anything through these floaters? What about the E? Can't see anything there. The R doesn't look particularly helpful, and nor does the V. So, what can I do? I can't see anywhere for Fug. So I think it is going to be Fudge, which does play in columns 7 and 9. But I wonder about playing Fudges. Let me see what the score is. 31 points. Well, it's close. I think Fudge for 19 is the S worth 12 points. It's worth 8. About 8. So with the R, it's worth slightly more. And I think at this stage of the game, it's worth slightly more. So it's very close. And if it's close, I'm keeping the S. Not great. Only the one vowel to go with the high scoring tiles. Z is good, so I could play Zig and Z. What else do I have? Wow, great start for my opponent, 75 points. So straight away, I'm in trouble. I've got a tricky rack, a non-bingo rack, and I'm a bingo behind. And although I've got high scoring tiles, there's nowhere great for me to score. Or is there? I can play Zig here. £36 points. It's not giving too much away. And if I draw vowels, I'll be okay. But is there something better than Zig? Quite possibly. What about Zig down here? 41 points. That's better. And I'm providing a hook for my S. So can I do better than this? What about row H? I don't think I can play a 6-letter play there. So am I overlooking somewhere? My I can't go after the F, so column 8 no good. And given how attractive column 8 is, it's quite nice to expand the board at the bottom to keep the board as open as possible while I'm behind. I'm going with this. I draw one vowel, but unfortunately I draw some clunky tiles to go with it, and there aren't many available vowels on the board. But I think this is still too good to change, and my E can go after the F, so I may have an option in column 8. Wow, 54 points for my opponent. That's worked out well for him. And if I'd played Fudge in column 9, that wouldn't have been available. Anyway. Now, column 4 not available because my E doesn't go next to the G. Wad not good, so I can't play brew. I could play web, keeping 4 consonants, not great. Quite a difference between keeping 3 consonants and keeping 4. Fudged is good, but SDE not promising. Nothing to go after apart from the S. So, web for 28, just about okay. But I'm a long way behind. That's better. 2 vowels. So if I can jettison the X this go, I should have a bingo rack leave. And I've got an A for going in front of G, which stays available. Only 27 points for my opponent. He's slowing down a little bit. He hasn't provided anything great for me. Nothing goes in front of Ra. And I haven't got anything which goes in front of or, which enables me to play my X. Now, Fax is good. So, what about playing Ox? 43 points. Rack leave slightly consonant heavy. It would be nice to play off one more consonant, but I can't see anything better than 43 points being available. Great, I have derails, redials, sideral, possibly others. Do they play? Well, sideral and zigs is good. 30 points for my opponent. Hoy takes an S, so I have sideral in column 11, which gets doubled. And sideral and dervs. What about column 3? What goes in front of HE? Well, just the S. So sideral wouldn't get doubled. But are there any more anagrams? I've got derails, redials, and sideral. Are there any others? Can't think of any. Now, what about a play through the G? I think that's just slagged, which doesn't work. I don't have a column 9 play. Nothing goes after the V. So at the moment, I think sideral and Hoy's is best. So let me get this down for 76 points. Pretty good. That looks close to a bingo. Routing, beginning with an R. I can't see a 7 with this rack. There could be one. I've got the out prefix and the ing ending, so out rain also good. Doesn't quite work with the R of sideral. And I've blocked routing with the R of derv. Sideral just getting in the way. How annoying. What about the V, outgiven? That doesn't work. And if I don't have a bingo here, I don't have any scoring tiles. I do have a T for going in front of HE, so I could have a useful score in column 3. N goes in front of AW, so I've got Eth. No, I haven't. I've got Ent. So I've got Gentoo, which is quite nice. Okay, my opponent's gone and come back. But nothing's happened. Now, Gentoo. I think that's just double O, so I think it's just Gent that I've got. Row 8, pretty hot for short plays or 5-letter plays, 6-letter plays ending S. Opponent's gone in my Gent spot and provided no floaters. Is there really no 7 here? If there was, it would probably play and be high probability. Can't see one. Now, do I have anything which goes in front of raw? No. So, I think the thing to do is to play in row H, because although I can't score massively there, it is a pretty hot spot which my opponent could use. and I want to play off the U. So how can I do that? I've got outing and tongue, but they're both one letter too long. Ingots doesn't use the U. I've got genius. Can I do better than that? It would be nice to get the G here. Let's see if that inspires me. Anything ending GUS. Can't see anything. What about GES? No. So I can play ungets. That's not as good as what I thought before. So I think it was genius I was thinking about, slipping back into my old habits of moving tiles around with my mouse. So genius for 24. Pretty good. Well, although there's no E or S, my instant thought was that it's close to a bingo. Onto a Y, I would have fortuity. Are there any floaters or any bingos through the floaters of genius? The G doesn't look promising. Re-outfit. Yes. Great. So there is a bingo through that E. No other E's available. These could well be blocked because they're going to look slightly dangerous for my opponent, especially column 1 for bingos ending ing. However, he may be attracted to the L of Sideral coming onto the triple word square. Wow, I'm actually ahead at the moment. How did that happen? Sideral. So, any other floaters? The floaters in Sideral are not bingo-y floaters. None of them are available for an 8-letter bingo. Great! Opponent has left re-outfit alone, and look at this. Fantastic. Fortuity for 95. And I draw the blank. Right, well, quite a fortuitous play of the Y by my opponent there. Do I have a bingo with this rack? Possibly. The blank always useful. It effectively means you're looking at 26 different racks rather than one. But there's a lot of consonants and there's a W and a shortage of vowels. So I'm either going to need to use a vowel on the board, of which there are a couple, or the blank needs to be a vowel. So how to address this? I've got 11 minutes left. I'm only 20 or 30 points in front, so a bingo now would be useful. It's never a good time to miss a bingo. Let me run through the alphabet, paying particular attention to the vowels. And I need to keep the tiles in alphabetical order. So this probably the most likely. No 7 there. So what am I looking at in terms of floaters? GEN and INK. Nothing with GEN. I. No. N. No. K. No. Okay. I don't want to spend too long doing this because I think there probably isn't a bingo, but I don't want to go so fast that I miss one. In which case I might as well not even bother to do it. So what about this? The C and K have some synergy. And I'm looking at the E in particular and the I. Can't see anything there. Not looking good. Now, the blank is an O. Can't see anything with G, E, or N. What about I? No. Gosh, close to trawl nets. News as a prefix. Can't see anything. The un prefix. Okay, so that sorts that out. I can't see a bingo. So what I need to do now is burn the W and leave a decent vowel consonant rack balance. I could play 2 for 18 points at A1. What about a play beginning in column 2 coming down? I don't have anything. 8 minutes on my clock, 26 tiles to come. So I'm quite attracted by 2. The alternative would be to play a WA play. But I can't see anything good there. So I'm going with this. That is a fantastic pickup. That is super balanced. I'm sure I have a bingo here. Oil cans and alnicos are the bingos ending S, the 7s. Neither hooks zig. And neither is playable anywhere on this board. Opponent has changed. So I have nomical, which I think is good. I'm just pausing because I think nomical has an anagram. And if it does, it may get the C doubled, but there's only 7 minutes left. I think this is the best lane. There are no double lanes. So let me get this down. It may come off, in which case I'd like the time to find an alternative. I'm sure there are plenty of bingos on this board. So nomical for 83. And that is a good pickup. There may not be a bingo here, although there would be with an M with major S. However, I've got the J, it's balanced. I've got S's, which means my opponent doesn't have them. And it just looks like a rack which is capable of providing a lot of options and also getting a good score, leaving a good rack lead, which is what the game is all about for so many moves, or for most moves. So I've got Joe and Jar in column 14 for a decent score in the 30s. I've also got Jar or JAR or JARS in column 4, which is even better. And I quite like the idea of playing Jars. It scores the most and it turns over tiles. Okay. 83 points by my opponent, and he takes the last blank. So looking at the scores, I'm only 50 points ahead. The remaining tiles do have bingo potential, and there are floaters on this board and 7-letter lanes. So it's not over yet, but my J can go here. So I can play JA or JARS, and I think JARS is better. I think it makes it harder for my opponent to play a parallel bingo. It expedites the end of the game. However, I'm burning 2 consonants. Let me check the vowel consonant balance. 9 vowels out of 17. I'm going back to J-O. I think that's better. I think these consonants benefit me with a vowel heavy bag. And also this is a pretty good 5-letter set, so it has bingo potential. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And I think the last move, Joe was a lot better than Jars or Jaws. Okay, opponent lost contact or quit. I think that happened a little bit earlier, so he came back before. Hopefully he'll come back this time. Let me look on his finger notes, find out if he's a serial quitter. Well, I shan't do that. He is back. So, is there a 7 with this rack? If there is, row M looks promising. It looks like there should be a 7, but I'm not seeing it. So, what about the floaters in Linky? Great, all my bingo lanes are available still. Nothing's been closed down. But I'm not seeing a bingo. Spankers through a K. Opponent's lost contact or quit again. I'm going to keep looking for a bingo. He's come back twice before. So what about the I? That looks like there should be something with the I. Such a high probability set of eight letters. It'll be pretty remiss if I don't spot it. Let me consider the initial letters of words, both as 7s and also with floaters. Can't see anything beginning with E, with A, or with E, or with N. And this is partly why I was attracted to getting rid of 2 S's. The second S isn't particularly helpful in terms of bingos. I'm just not seeing anything. So, any other floaters I haven't considered? Wow, actually, do I have spanners? Yes, I do. So, if my opponent returns, then I have spanners through the N of Genius. However, he's been gone a while. Let me have a look at his finger notes. Number of unfinished games, medium. Okay, that's not great. Although I guess some people think that it's okay towards the end of a game if you're losing to quit. I don't think it's terribly bad form. It's just not particularly helpful when you're recording a video and you'd like to play the game through to the end. So 1 minute to go. Spanners goes. That could be blocked. If it is, I don't have an alternative bingo. Just looking for any other floaters I didn't consider. The eye bugs me. That looks like there is something there. Okay, so the game has been adjudicated in my favour. My rating is up to 1897, close to the 1900 mark. Now, I'm pretty sure the examiner feature is not working again, but let me just check. So, history, examine, start of game, show plays, no. Okay, so that's still down. A pretty good game, close to the end, and some nice bingo. So I hope you enjoyed watching that, and I will see you next time.